Whoa, well, the first night in Birmingham here, they are just not easing themselves into these final eight shows, are they? Last night, a very good show in Louisville, and then, whoa. And they also just can't help themselves from jamming. They are just very extra jammy right now, huh? I mean, tonight it just early and often and throughout and really just never ending. There's just so much tonight. And just, one of these nights where I'm sure maybe you might have, we all might have different highlights. Like, what was our favorite? I don't know. I still had maybe cities for me. Maybe the life saving gun. Jen was the longest, I think. Runaway Jim was just, I don't know. And the first set possibly even better than the second. I don't know. Like the only, I mean, not that there was really never a dull moment. Old Home Place and Mountains in the Mist. Maybe just a chance to not lose your mind if something else. I mean, all the way through Ghost, it was just crazy. Again, look at the set list, the set list alone, very 1.0y. I mean, okay, you get some newer stuff over here, but man, you got things got weird again. And there's just crazy jamming. And the gin, just ending the set, just you talk about the high energy, the gym. Same with the Ghost. Sigma Oasis was on some nights. Sigma Oasis may have been the best. It may have been my least favorite. It would consistently could didn't have the consist like the Cities Jam early on. Mike is just getting so weird. I know I'm kind of all over the place here, and I'm just totally gonna overlook stuff like Theme from the Bottom, which was great. Sample in a jar, okay, it's fine. We're welcome to hear it. Okay, maybe there was a dull moment, but even Sample in a jar, it's fine. I'm glad they play that. It's sticking around, staying in the rotation. Back on the Train, getting us started tonight, and then the Cities. Yeah, it had like Mike, very kind of these just playing around with a few different sounds, and then he finds one that he likes. Sounds very weird. Paige is like, all right, I can get on board with this, and then the jam does start to transition to more of a rock and roll sound. Trey getting involved there and leading the way, taking them through. I mean, cities. I'm sure a lot of people called cities. I declined to call cities. I was saving it for tomorrow for some reason. I don't know why. Should have called. That's why I stink at picks right now. All right, so like I said, Old Home Place. I think maybe we thought at the fest in Kentucky might have got something like that, and then they just Gin and Runaway Jim ending the set. The Gin had like there was a part in the gin where it seemed like they were going into a whole new song. One of them parts where you feel like they're going into another song that you recognize. You can kind of like hear it a little bit, but no, it's just more of this continued jam going on. The Runaway Jim Fishman, I don't even know. It's another one of these nearly 90-minute sets probably, and finishing with John Fishman just driving the train home. If they started back on the train, finishing with him, the caboose, the little caboose, John Fishman, really just sounded great on that. Very good, just very actually. Maybe I don't know. It sounded great tonight, really. Not that not that the webcast sounds bad or the live fish, whatever we're listening to. It's not that it ever sounds bad, but I don't know. I just felt like Fishman sounded great tonight, specifically on the Runaway Jim. So, I don't know. I know I didn't say much about the first set, but I was just kind of blown away by all the jamming again. And there was just so much of it. The Just Jams compilation's pretty much going to be the show, and then they were all slightly, like, they were differences. Maybe I don't remember if it was the Jim into the Sigma, or maybe the Gin into the Jim. There was one where it was like, oh, this kind of seems like a continuation of what we were getting earlier. Sigma, not just the regular opener. It went, I don't know what the length on that one was, but you blinking at over there. But it was certainly, like some nights, like I say, that might have been the best one of the night. Down with Disease, kind of going to be forgotten in all of this madness. The Down with Disease, I'm sure will. I think it had like maybe a little bit of a dark kind of, I don't even know what, like, I think that's what I mean. I'm kind of getting confused. There was one of them that took a little bit of a dark tint. What is going on over here? Hey. All right, so where were we? I think we were Down with Disease, and that was the one, yes, they, it was like taking a break within it. within all the madness. It was just maybe slowed down a bit, had a darker and a heavier feel to it than what you might expect from Down with Disease. And then we just get really weird again with the life-saving gun. Maybe somewhere in the middle is when it started to be kind of like Mike in the Cities, as he kind of led us into the world of weird, and then Paige is all too happy to join along. And this time, instead of taking it more into a rock direction for a while, Trey played along with him and had his fun. He was like, all right, I'll get in on the weirdness. Fishman, of course, he had no choice in the matter. He was always weird. Pillow Jets, okay, so they got it kind of all out of their system. The Pillow Jets wasn't like some nights. Pillow Jets is absolutely like the weirdness that you get in here, almost like this split open and melt thing going. Like just when melt jams get their most crazy. There's parts of that in there. Mountains in the Mist, finally, it's just like, all right, let's calm down, everybody. Blaze On, really, while maybe not a necessarily a fan favorite, it's not a dull one, you know. So okay, we're not ending on a total like a slow down note here. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's getting late. Then Ghost, they weren't quite done. While Ghost, okay, they didn't really exploring too much. It was pretty much just staying within Ghost, but could have just been a little 8-9 minute Ghost. Let's rock. Let's end the set. They took it. They feel like they put a little extra into it, just like everything throughout the whole night. Shine a Light, Santos, the encore, doesn't really matter really what the encore was after all of that. I don't know. I thought it was a great show. Just really kind of shocked by all the jamming. Shocking. Phish, Shocks fan. I don't know, man. It's just not often there's like 5 songs you have to choose from. I don't know if Sigma really would get in there. Maybe it is. Maybe that would be one of your 5. Maybe even a 6th. I don't know. Down with Disease wasn't exactly a dud. But probably Cities. I don't know. Why bother? All right, guys. Boom. A little confused. Dazed and confused sometimes by these guys. I don't know what happened on the gin. That's what that gin got, was just, that felt like, I was like, is this the second set? What's going on? I couldn't even write a proper J. Boom. Out of here. Love you. Go Phish. What's Birmingham? What the hell's going to happen tomorrow? The Coca-Cola Amphitheater. Yikes.